Hey everybody, Jim Tedesco here from Millennium County Railroad, and I have a thank you for prizes won, a couple of shout outs, and I've got something that's up for sale that you may be interested in. So, without further ado, here we go. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I won a prize from Sparky 107's contest back in Christmas. I think it was Christmas. I think my mind's going. Anyway, I won from TSG, TSG Multimedia Promotions, this video. You can get that there without any light shining on it. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet, but I will. And it also came with this video as well. Train Fest 2007. So I want to get some extra time here. I got to check these out. They look like they might be really fun to watch. So once again, thank you Sparky 107, and thank you TSG Media for supplying these for Sparky. You never go wrong with a free prize. So let's see, that takes care of that. What else? I haven't done anything in the train room. I did order the new printer. It should be here by Friday, I believe, and today is Tuesday. There will be an unboxing when I get it. This thing's pretty cool. I'm kind of really stoked about it, so I figure I'll share in that. I did fix the old printer up. It's back to its rightful place again. And I'm going to put it up for sale. Matter of fact, I want to give you guys first dibs on it. It's going to be going very cheap. I'm figuring $25 plus shipping. Now it's kind of heavy, so I don't know what shipping's going to cost yet. I have to go buy a box because it's pretty big. And I'm not going to disassemble it. I want to keep it intact and pack it real good. And it'll be shipped FedEx because, you know, they're the ones that can get this stuff there without killing it. I tell you, off subject for a minute, I bought a tank car from Scale Trains. This one right here, the rivet counter. Beautiful car, by the way, except for one little problem. It has a two-piece coupler. That's all that's left of the coupler. Or the truck, rather. Not coupler, truck. The truck was broken on it. And I also bought a black one that was the Operator Series. It had a broken coupler, or truck on it. Now, I was able to replace that one because they just use normal trucks, but these ones have the ones with the rotating hubs on them. So I got to get all the Scale Trains to see if they'll send me a new truck. So that's two problems with, you know, with the tank cars. I was not happy about it, but you know, I don't think it's their fault. I think UPS did it. Because they ship UPS, and I'll tell you what, if you want anything to get any place in one piece, do not ship UPS. And I don't know if you guys remember the old commercial or not on TV. They had the grill with the suitcase or whatever, and he was throwing it around. That's UPS, okay? I swear they throw stuff around just for fun. Because the box that this came in, although it was packed well, they must have slammed it on the ground a few times or dropped it or something. Because you don't get that kind of damage unless you're getting a really hard shock to the product. So, just beware. I don't know about you, but when I do a future order with Scale Trains, I'm going to request that they send it FedEx. I don't know if they will or not, but I'm going to request it, and I'm going to let them know that UPS is not working out well for them. So much for my rant for a Tuesday morning, right? So anyway, back to the subject at hand, 3D printer. So I'm going to send this FedEx. If you guys are interested in it, this is the way to go. I mean, it's a nice machine. Yes, it's older. It's about, 3 or 4 years old. I'm not even sure when I got it. I probably got, I don't know. I'll bet I got about 100, 150 hours on it, maybe. Maybe more, I'm not sure. I don't use it a lot, but like I said, it's older. The newer one's a little more high-tech and streamlined, and that's why I'm going for the newer one. So if you're interested in this, $25, and not only will I throw in the 3D printer, I also have another case that I'm going to throw in with it, with all kinds of goodies that are for this, spare parts, spare heat plate, servo motor, heat ends, all kinds of stuff there. There's lots of stuff that I've been collecting, all brand new stuff, mind you, most of it. And it's spare parts, spare belts. I mean, there's a lot of stuff here that, you know, it's well worth the money. Now, I paid $142, I think, for this back when I bought it. And I updated it because it had a lot of issues with them back in the first ones. They were prone to fires and that sort of thing. So I put a brand new power supply in there, a safer one. I put the MOSFETs in there for to protect from overheating on both the heat bed and the hot end. I've also put braces here and there to stiffen the whole thing up. I have a printed spool holder. I have the, I don't know what you'd call that, like a remote, yeah, what do you call it, micro SD card holder. So I got a lot of neat features on there, and it's a good deal, I think, for 25 bucks. Like I said, I don't expect to make a killing on this. I'm not trying to make a killing on it, but if anybody's interested in it, this is a deal. Now, like I said, I don't know what shipping's going to cost. Shipping could probably be another $25, maybe $30. I don't know. I'm figuring this thing weighs at least 10, 12, 15, maybe even 15 pounds. I don't know. So once I found that out, I'll, you know, if anybody's interested, just, you know, send me a note, make comments down below or whatever, and once I get it boxed and weighed, then I can get an exact price, and of course, based on your location, you know, I would need at least send me a zip code at least, so I can figure out shipping for your particular area. And once again, it's first come, first served, so whoever, you know, messages me first, you'll be the one that gets it. Then I can give you an exact price on there. You can pay me through PayPal, and that'll be it. I'm going to go online and see if they have an instruction manual for this. I don't have one. I don't think it ever came with one, really. So I'll see what I can find, or maybe I'll put some stuff on the SD card. I'll throw an SD card in with it, you know, the micro card, and you can just plug that in your computer and figure it out. Plus I've got the, I think I've got an adapter for that too, to use it in your USB port. So anyway, that's that. So following my long talk and rant over here, I'm going to go ahead and shoot some video of it, and then you can get a good idea what it looks like and other things, and then, you know, whatever. Alright guys, thanks, and I'll be back in a second after I shoot some video of this. Okay, so here's the printer. Like I said, it's pretty big. I believe it's 22 inches wide by 17 deep and 24, I believe, tall. This is the front of it. Like I said, I put a new belt on it, and you know, I still got to put a fan on there. I got a fan that goes on there. I'll put it on. I forgot to do that. Let's see what else. I put brand new tape on the front, and I use painter's tape on this. This is the medium I use to stick the your work to. It's aluminum underneath. Now you can also use glue or hairspray, but the tape works really well and it's just easy to replace. It's 2 inch wide, I think, blue painter's tape. Now, like I said, I've done a lot of stuff here, a lot of printed stuff that I made, you know, that I printed with the actual printer, which includes these braces here to shore it up so it's good and stiff. These filament guides, I've got 2 of them. This spool holder, and of course the chain here, or plastic chain. I've got one here. And I've also got one down here to protect the wiring. Let's see. Oh yeah. Got a nice little holder there for your SD cards or USB cards. This is a brand new power supply. Also printed the part down below. Right there. And put an on-off switch on it. It's also a circuit breaker, so it's protected. And let's see what else. Oh yeah, and I just put this adjuster on here. This came with the new belt, so you can adjust the tension for the belt for that. Let's see. There's a lot of parts here that are made. The fan blower here for the print head, that's made. Little fan cover here. And hold on just a second, let me turn around, I'll show you different. Okay, this is the back side of it. You can tell, so this is the new belt they put in. And a new bracket here to hold the belt on. Let's see. So there is some exposed wiring you can't get around now. He said that's one of the things with these old ones, just the way it is. Now over here, I also printed this cover for the main board to protect it, which is kind of cool. Then this here is the remote for the micro SD card, so you just plug it in without having to fool around with trying to figure out how to get it to the... That's the thing, the way they had this set up was right on the top. There was kind of a bear to get to, so I added this on very quickly. And that's about it, really. I mean, it's pretty basic. Like I said, I'll send some sort of an instruction sheet with it. We'll try to find something. There's a lot of... This is the Net A8. It's one of the most popular 3D printers out there. Certainly not the most expensive. But it's a good printer, and it does do, you know, hey, look, you've seen some of the stuff it's done, right? Did my overpass, that there for the train, the elevation, that's all printed. What else did I make? Of course, my scrolling marquee, that was printed. There's a lot of stuff I've made. So, you know, and that's just the stuff that's, you know, in the train room. When I first got this thing, I was experimenting with all kinds of stuff and making all kinds of things. So I'm going to show you a couple of things that I actually did make out in the living room where my main computer is. Plus I want to show you the box of goodies that also comes with this, so stay tuned, be back in a minute. Okay, now for the shout out portion. Alright, first we have Small Rails. Nice site, he only has 15 subscribers. We got to get him bumped up. Next one is Model Trains Forever. He only has 15 subscribers. I know we can do better than this, guys. How many of us are there? Like hundreds? We should at least get these guys up to 100. At the very least. Sierra Valley and Harbor Valley Junction, HO scale. That's a pretty neat site too. He only has 17 subscribers. I mean, come on, really? And finally, one of my favorites, Dunk Ink Custom. I like, this is what, Jay, I think, is the owner of that. If I'm wrong, sorry. But I just usually refer to him as Dunk. But he's got a nice layout. Now he has 106 subscribers, which isn't bad. But we need to get him higher too. We should get him up to 200. Hey, maybe these guys will have a contest, right? So that's my shout outs. If you're not already subscribed to him, please check him out and like and subscribe to him. You know, there's no reason any of us should have very low sub counts. It just isn't. You know. So that's my my shout outs for the day. Now back to our regularly scheduled program, whatever that was. I should take these stupid glasses off again. But I remembered the hat. And my dogs, they're just sitting around there doing nothing. Here, check this out. Here's Buddy. He's just laying on the chair. He doesn't care. And I don't know where the other ones are. Roxy's hiding somewhere. And I think Turbo's out in the front porch. Crazy dogs. Alright guys, that's it. So back to the what we were talking about with the 3D printer. And we'll go from there. Hang on a second. Alright, this is a 4-cylinder Toyota engine. I also printed that. A lot of different parts there, and just goes to show you what it's capable of doing. And the fact that it took about a week to do it. Which is a damn long time, but hey, you know. And like I said, it's pretty cool. It's pretty heavy too, actually. Plus it's also got pistons inside and a camshaft. I mean, it's a really detailed model. So we did that, and let's see what else he got here. The Battlestar Galactica fans. I did a Colonial Viper, printed that out. A lot of stuff here that you can print with this thing. I mean, you're only limited really by the printing size, which I think printing on that is 220 millimeter by 220 millimeter by 250 millimeter high. So that's the way that goes. I reposition the camera one more time and we'll take a look at the goodies that are included with it. Okay, so this is the case I'm gonna throw in with it. Nice little lid that closes. We have several new fans, heat sinks, another fan, spare wiring for the heat bed. We have parts for the hot end. It's the feeding device. These here are the temperature sensors for the hot end. I've got a bag of these, brand new. It's another deal for the feeder part. We have a brand new servo motor. Could be used almost anywhere on there except for the print head itself, but for the what is it, X and Y axis, I believe. I have a spare MOSFET, brand new, if you need it. There's the fan for the side of the hot end. I have a complete brand new belt assembly with pulleys. There's another fan. These are all new, by the way. We got assorted wiring. Another fan. These fans don't last long. That's why I bought so many of them. This is the heat covering for the hot end. There's several there you could wrap around it. More of the Teflon tubing for the filament. Another heatsink cover. Nuts for what? I don't know. These are the threaded ends here for the for that tubing. There's a lot of stuff here. Half of this stuff I couldn't even tell you what it is. There's a spare hot plate. The only thing you have to do with this is solder on the new wires, which I have there. More temperature sensors for the hot end. These are heaters for the hot end temperature, you know, to heat up the hot end. And I got three extra of those. One's new, I think, and 2 are used, but they work. Oh, look, I see, got even another bag of sensors. Like I said, I bought all this stuff, figured I may need it someday. There's some spare set screws, not sure what they're for. And some brand new nozzles and the tubing that they thread to on the other end. So there's lots of little goodies, but that's the main thing of it. There's probably a couple $100 worth of stuff over there, I'm not sure, but so like I said, this is really a deal for 25 bucks plus shipping. So if you guys are interested, let me know. And as always, keep it on the rails, and I'll be talking to you soon. Thanks guys, bye.